Cheesy the Podcast, presented by Just Cheesy Productions.
Hi there, I'm your host Fondue.
I'm Cheesy.
In this week's episode, we're going to learn all about non-dairy cheese.
Really?
We're talking ancient fermented tofu.
Ooh.
We're going to learn about alternatives to milk like rice, mealworms, seaweed, and AI-produced casein.
Okay.
And of course, no episode would be complete without a very cheesy joke.
I love a
Stay
joke.
tuned for episode Fauxmage. See what I did there?
Yeah,
On Just Cheesy, the podcast. We're going to start in ancient China.
Ooh.
Now, the Chinese didn't really develop a tradition of dairying.
They didn't?
So, no cow's milk, no goat's milk, no cheese.
What?
Not in the dairy sense.
Oh.
Back in the ancient days. But their nomadic neighbors to the north, the Mongols,
Yeah?
well, they were very skilled cheesemakers.
Whoa.
But the Chinese at the time regarded the Mongols as barbarians.
Oh, no.
And they even had a term for their goat cheese.
Oh, no.
I believe it's pronounced furu.
Sure.
And while that may not be the right pronunciation,
Probably not.
it roughly translates to spoiled milk.
Ew.
And it was not meant as a compliment.
No.
But according to soyinfocenter.com, centuries later, the Chinese learned how to make a similar fine cheese from soy milk or tofu.
Really?
And that disparaging term that they once used,
Yeah?
well, it came back to refer to their own product. And that name, well, it remains with them to this day.
Whoa.
Now, this product is ancient, and when we say ancient, we're talking 1500 to 1600 BC.
Holy cow.
It's made from soybeans, rice wine, salt,
Whoa.
and sesame oil or vinegar.
Ooh.
They say it offers a salty taste with a soft, creamy, yet firm texture.
Okay.
And according to rimping.com, it's usually consumed with congee or porridge.
Ooh.
Written records of furu date back to the Wei dynasty,
No way.
around 200 to 265 AD.
Whoa.
And according to Wikipedia, it has a spreadable, creamy consistency and a pronounced flavor.
Sounds like cream cheese.
Yeah, pretty much. It sounds a lot like cream cheese.
Yeah.
Let's fast forward into the modern era.
'Kay.
We've gotten extraordinarily creative about what will turn into cheese.
Oh, boy.
According to rimping.com, 1910 shows us the first official production of vegan cheese.
Wow.
And it began in France.
Whoa.
Li Yu Ying was a student in France.
Okay.
He researched a lot of milk alternatives.
Wow.
He even produced soy cheese that mimicked favorite cheeses like Gruyere, Roquefort, and Camembert.
Yummy.
In the 1940s, the first vegan cheese recipe was published in the Home Guide to Everything for the Home.
That was a unique name.
Yeah, right. The recipe itself was for a cheese spread with ingredients including soy flour, yeast, and water.
Wow.
It says here the attempts to produce vegan cheese was based on the concept of fermented tofu.
Wow.
And that companies continued to evolve it.
Sure.
But at the time, the products were not very similar to regular cheese.
Oh.
They say sometimes it tasted like plastic or wax.
Ew.
It wasn't until the 1980s that dedicated vegan cheese brands began to show up,
Really?
such as Tofutti, Follow Your Heart, or Soymage.
Aw.
Tofutti is not a sponsor, but if it were, the ad would go right here. Have you ever wanted to listen to the web?
Yeah.
Well, Newsly makes that possible.
They do?
They're an all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android.
Super app.
You can listen to trending articles on the web on topics that you choose and get them read to you in a natural human voice.
What kind of topics?
Sports,
Cheese?
tech, business, science.
Cheese?
I'm sure there's even cheese.
Yay.
They even have an entire section for podcasts.
Are we there?
Of course we are.
Ooh.
It's one of my new favorite podcast apps. They even have digital radio.
Holy cow.
Just go to www.newsly.me to download it free.
Whoa.
Or use the link in the description. If you use the promo code CHEESY, that'll get you 1 month free premium subscription.
Yay. Newsly.
Now, back to the podcast. And they say that vegan cheese was a very expensive product, sometimes twice the price of regular cheese.
Holy cow.
But that didn't stop types of vegan cheese to be produced, such as mozzarella and cheddar.
Ooh.
The 21st century began to give us alternatives to soy like nuts and seeds.
Ooh.
Cashews became the dominant nut base because of their naturally creamy texture.
Really?
And researchers found that almonds, macadamia nuts, and walnuts each lend different properties.
Really?
Walnuts for firmer textures and cashews for the spreadable stuff.
Whoa.
A lot of scientists are looking into how to transform protein-rich plants like peas and beans into a new generation of non-dairy cheeses.
They are?
And of course, they're looking to keep a lot of the same properties, the physical properties of cheese.
Wow.
One big challenge is that plant proteins behave differently than milk proteins.
They do?
So to meet the challenge, they sometimes add cornstarch or coconut oil to harden plant cheeses.
Whoa.
And of course, they add a lot of flavorants to make them taste like cheese.
Of course.
Believe it or not, one of the most used ingredients in the commercial non-dairy cheese industry is the humble pea.
Like the little green one?
That's right, the pea.
Wow.
Researchers at the University of Copenhagen found that using bacterial fermentation on yellow pea protein actually reduced its beany flavor and helped to develop something closer to a dairy-like aroma.
Beanie flavor.
And most recently, they're talking about rice.
Rice?
That's right, rice-based cheese.
Whoa.
In an article from March of this year, Phys.org talks about rice as a surprising source to make a hypoallergenic alternative to cheese. You
Nice.
see, a lot of people can't eat cheese because they're allergic to dairy.
Aw.
But there's also people that are allergic to nuts or gluten.
Oh,
and
yeah.
rice is offering an alternative.
Wow.
The University of Arkansas found that protein byproducts from white rice processing, the material that would otherwise be discarded, can be used to make a hypoallergenic cheese alternative
Really?
with 12% protein content, which is actually unusually high for plant-based cheese.
Wow.
And if you'd like the idea of having all of these alternative cheeses,
Yeah.
there's a great website called thevremery.com.
Vremery.
It's an actual resource for vegan cheese and charcuterie.
Whoa.
They've got meats and seafood. They've got cheese and dairy and pantry and treats.
Wow.
And man, this thing does not disappoint.
Nope.
They've got a vegan Swiss cheese.
Ooh.
They've got a cave-aged blue cheese.
Whoa.
There's even vegan salmon and smoked bacon.
What?
And these are all pretty typical, but you know what gets really strange?
What?
Researchers studying more sustainable cheese production looked at mealworm larva flour
Ew.
as a partial replacement for dairy protein in cheese.
Huh?
According to modernfarmer.com, the goal was to reduce the environmental footprint while maintaining structure and flavor.
Whoa.
Mealworm larva flour for cheese.
Ew.
Oh, there was also seaweed.
Oh.
They tested about 7 different species,
Okay.
and only one was quick to coagulate the cheese. They used it to make 2 different types of cheeses, an
Okay.
aged cheese similar to cheddar, and a fresh one more like ricotta.
Okay.
They say the cheddar was a little bit too bitter, but the quality of the ricotta was quite good.
Oh.
But they also say you won't see seaweed ricotta in stores just yet, that more research is needed
Yeah.
to show that seaweed enzyme cheese can produce a product on par with other cheeses.
Whoa.
And maybe the strangest entry on the list, well, it's a company called Climax Foods.
Okay.
It's using artificial intelligence to identify plant proteins that behave like casein, the protein that gives dairy cheese its structure and melt.
Whoa.
A Harvard-trained astrophysicist and former thought leader at Google and SpaceX
Whoa.
says that Climax Foods is creating an even more efficient approach. They dubbed this the precision formula.
Ooh.
VegNews.com talks about how they combine data science, machine learning, together with human intuition to develop new, precise formulas for vegan cheese.
Whoa.
In fact, in 2023, they announced that they partnered with a 150-year-old French dairy giant, Bell Group,
Oh.
you know, the Baby Bell people,
Oh, yeah.
to reformulate some of their most iconic cheese products using this new technology.
Whoa.
Who knew that Chat and Claude would get involved in vegan cheese?
I'm ready for a joke, Fondue.
Okay, what did the non-dairy cheese say to the dairy cheese?
I have no clue.
I don't need milk to be Gouda.
Oh, ha,
Get it?
ha, ha.
I don't need milk to be Gouda. Oh, come on. That one was actually cute.
Sure.
And a little bit cheesy. Thanks for listening to Just Cheesy the Podcast, episode Fauxmage.
Thank you.
Don't forget to help us out.
Yes.
We really need the help.
We
Can you
do.
please subscribe anywhere that you listen to us?
Please.
Make sure to download and like wherever you can.
Yeah.
That would surely help us out.
And stay cheesy, everybody.